In today's class, I'm going to review the similarity concepts. I know that most of you are having trouble establishing a proper proportionality. Okay, in triangle PQT with the RS is parallel to QT. So this side is parallel to this side. Shown below. If PR equals to 12, let me label the parts. This is 12. RQ is 8. PS is 21. This is 21. What is the length of PT? Where is PT? Oh, so here is the whole length. So PT is, I see that P is here and T is here. So what is the length of PT? That's the question. Okay. Now, you have to think this way. The upper portion is given and the corresponding value is given here. I mean, the corresponding side is also labeled here. The lower portion of this side is given, and here the lower portion is, I would say that this is missing. Okay. Then can you find the length of ST? Can you find the length of ST? So let me take this one is the upper segment over lower segment equal to the upper segment over lower segment. So PR over RQ equals to PS over ST. Now you can plug in the values. PR is given as 12 units. RQ is 8 units. PS 21 and ST I don't know. So let it be X. So this is really easy to solve. Then when I go for cross multiplication, 12 times X equals to 8 times 21. Now division by 12 in order to isolate X. Now 8 over 12 times 21. So you may use calculator here. I'm computing without using calculator for 2s, for 3s, then 3 7s. Okay. Then it is 14 units. It is 14 units. The sum is not yet over. The question is, what is the length of PT? So, I see that length of PT, how can I compute means this one and this one, if I sum up these two values, then I get the length of PT. I repeat once again. You want, you want the length of PT, that means the whole thing, PT, that can be computed by adding these two portions. That is the upper portion and the lower portion, upper segment and lower segment, which is PS. By adding PS and ST, I get the answer, which is 21 here. And just now I computed the value of ST, which is 14. So that gives me 35. I'm done with this sum. Now, the next question seems to be exactly same as the previous one, but it is different. It's different. How means? Once again, the upper segment value is given and the lower segment value is given. And one of the sides of small triangle ADE is given, and here BC is missing. Then here, can I take the same way like the previous one, AD over DB equals to DE over BC means the answer is no, you cannot take. This is the wrong proportionality. This is not the correct one. That's why some of your answers are absolutely correct and some of your answers are not correct. Why there is a difference means, though the question appears to be same, you have to adopt, based on the question, you have to adopt a different technique. Here, I know that DE, please pay attention, DE, oh, hold on, I'm sorry. I see that DE is one side of a small triangle, ADE, and BC is one side of the large triangle, ABC. But if you take AD over DB, AD is one side of the small triangle, that is acceptable. But if you take DE, friends, DE is not one side of the large triangle, but it is a part of a side. It's a part of the side. That's the reason you are messing it up. Again, I'm repeating. If you are taking AD, okay, or DB, please notice that here DB is a portion of a side of the large triangle, but it is not representing the whole length of a side of large triangle. Then in the previous problem, I have taken a part of one side of large triangle. Then how is it acceptable means, please look at the given data, and what we are trying to compute. If you please focus on this, so the upper segment over lower segment equals to upper segment over lower segment. That is acceptable. But here, when I'm trying to find the length of BC, this is one side of large triangle, then in such case, how can I take a part of large triangle? I have to take the full side, which is AB. I have to take AB. Right? Well, so this proportionality is not correct. Then, what is the correct proportionality means? Again, I am taking DE, which is one side of small triangle, over BC means one side of large triangle. Therefore, the corresponding sides I have to take. So here, if I take AD, yes, and AD over, don't take DE, please don't take DE. You have to take the whole length. Because we are taking the large triangle sides, like this part, then that is AD over AB. Now plug in the values. Okay, the value of DE is 6 units, BC is not known, AD is 3 units, AB, please notice that AB means that is 3 plus 2. Now you go for cross multiplication, that is x times 3, that gives me that 3 times x, 6 times 3 plus 2, that is 5. Then division by 3, then you should get, after the cancellation, x equals to 10 units. So it depends upon the question. If you are given upper segment over lower segment equals to upper segment over lower segment, it is absolutely fine. You can take a portion of the length of a large triangle, yes. But if you are given these sides, then you cannot take a portion. Of the triangles. Like AD over DB is not possible. I'll give another question. For example, let me take 2 questions. This is representing Okay, let's say that there is a flag post. There's a flag post this way, and the height of the flag post is not known, but it is casting a shadow of 35 feet. Hold on. Say that Shania is standing here. Shania is 5 feet tall, and she's casting a shadow of 7. And this one is say that some 28 feet. And what is the height of the flagpole? This is one scenario. Okay, and assume that I'm giving something similar to this one, which is similar. I say not exactly the same. There is a flag post this way. There's a flag post this way, and so let me take this way. Say that Shana is standing here. Shana is standing here, and she's 5 feet tall, casting a shadow of 7 feet. By the same time, here a flag post is given. We don't know what is the height, and it is casting a shadow of 28 feet. You know, this is really, it leads to some confusion. Both the problems seems to be exactly the same, but they are not. They are not. If you are given the triangle separately, I see that two right triangles. One is here, Shanaya's case, and the second one is the flag post. Okay. Now these two triangles are similar. Already I explained in my previous classes that in case at a given time, the sun rays are parallel at a given place. Therefore, parallel means these two lines are parallel. Therefore, corresponding angles are equal. And these two are perpendicular. The flag post is standing vertically. I say that this is 90 degrees, and here Shania is also standing perpendicular to the ground. Therefore, by AA similarity, you know this angle is equal to this one. Corresponding angles are equal. 90 equals to 90. These two are corresponding. Let me label these two diagrams. Say that A, B, C, and this one is D, E, F. I'm taking second scenario. In this one, I can take AB, that means the vertical line. You can see that AB is the vertical line. And the corresponding vertical line I'm taking, which is DE, equals to the horizontal line I'm taking, which is BC, and the corresponding horizontal line I'm taking, which is FE. So it is BC over FE. Now just plug in these values. AB equals to 5, DE is 7, BC, oh, I'm sorry, here DE, DE is not known. I'm taking the vertical lines. Next, BC is 7 feet, which is the horizontal line of the small triangle. And FE is the horizontal of the large triangle. Now you go for cross multiplication. It is 5 times 28 equals to 7 times x. Then division by 7 on both the sides, the value of x. You can make use of calculator, you get 20 feet. This is a pretty easy model, but when it comes to the other scenario, this is slightly different and difficult. Let me label the parts like the previous one. This is Shania is height of Shania is 5 feet, that is AB, and this point is C. BC is the length of her shadow. DE is the height of the pole. Okay. Therefore, here still I see that two right triangles. So if I'm taking the vertical line of the small triangle, which is AB, over the vertical line of the large triangle, which is DE, which is X, equals to the horizontal line of the small triangle, which is BC, over the horizontal line of the large triangle. Here most of you are making mistake. You are taking BE, you are not taking CE. You are not taking CE, you are taking BE. You are supposed to take CE. Now let's plug in the values. AB equals to here 5 feet vertical line. DE is the vertical line. I don't know what is the value of that. BC equals to, you can see that the horizontal line, which is 7 units, over. Most of you are taking 28, which is not right. Because if I take 28, please notice that if I take 28, I am not taking the whole length. I am not taking the whole length. When you are taking horizontal line of the small triangle that represents BC, excellent. If you have to take the horizontal line of the large triangle, that should be CE, the whole length, CE. So you cannot take 28. You have to take that 7 plus 28. Then only you get the answer. In a layman's language, I'm thinking the vertical line of small triangle over the vertical line of large triangle over the horizontal line of small triangle over the horizontal line of the large triangle. So here, when you take, what mistake you are making is, let me show that when you solve the problem, you are taking only this part, only 28, which is not correct, because you have to take the whole length of the large triangle, which means CE you have to take, but you are taking BE and you are ending up with the wrong answer. Okay, so let me take my pen again. Okay, therefore it is 7 over 35 equals to 5 over x. Then you go for cross multiplication, which is 7 times x equals to 5 times 35. To isolate x, divide by 7. Then you should get, it is, you may make use of calculator, you should get 25 units. Done. So that's the difference. I'll take a couple of questions again. The question which I'm going to explain, that is similar to, it's going to be similar to my first question of the day. So let's take, okay, say that this is parallel. Okay, these arrows indicates that these two are parallel lines. Okay, so let me label this as A, B, C, and here PQ. Let me duplicate this diagram. Hold on. Let me duplicate this one. The same diagram I copied, but I'm going to give two different questions. These two are different questions. Okay, let's say that AP is AP is 6 units, PB is 5 units, PB is 5 units, QC is 6 units. What is the value of AQ? Same way, I'm taking 6 here, I'm taking 5 here, and BC is, let's say, 6 units. This is 6 units. And what is the length of PQ? So the diagram appears to be the same. The question is slightly different. The question is slightly different. Then how to solve these two questions? I know it leads to some confusion. The upper portion is given and the corresponding value you have to find. The lower segment is given and here the lower segment value is given. So it's no confusion at all here. You can take the upper segment over the lower segment, upper segment over the lower segment. So easily you can compute. You can compute easily. So straight away establish AP, the upper segment, over the PB, the lower segment, equals to the other side, AQ, the upper segment, over the lower segment, QC. Now just plug in the values. So this is one of the easiest models. 6 over 5 equals to AQ is not known, QC, that is 6 units. You know what to do next. We have to go for cross multiplication. We may end up with some decimals, still that is fine. 6 times 6 equal to 5 times x. Then you should get, isolate x by dividing by 5. Then you'll get x equals to 36 over 5. You can make use of calculator. You will end up with 7.2 units. This is a direct question. Like I told you that upper segment or lower segment equals to upper segment or lower segment. But here, can I take the upper segment AP? You can see that, over the lower segment PB, AP over PB equals to, anyhow the question is PQ and BC. So can I take this way means PQ over QC means the answer is no, no, no. You cannot take. The reason is if you consider PQ, this is one side of small triangle. When you consider BC, it is one side of the large triangle. Next, when you consider AP, this is one side of small triangle. And can you take PB means, friends, it is not representing the whole side of large triangle. It is not representing. This is the tricky part. Again, I am repeating. You are taking a PQ means one side of small triangle over one side of large triangle, one side of small triangle over one side of large triangle means you have to take the whole length. This is the tricky part. If you can understand this part, yes, then you can do similarity questions easily. Therefore, again I am repeating, you have to think this way, I am taking one side of small triangle over one side of large triangle. Therefore, I have to take one side of small triangle over one side of a large triangle, which is AB. But I cannot split like AP over PB. That is not the right thing. AP over PB is not correct. This is what you have to think. So AP over PB means this is not right. But you can write that. PQ over BC equals to AP, that is the one side of small triangle, over AB, it is not PB. Now plug in the values. PQ is not known, BC is 6, AP is 6, AB is 6 and 5 together, Of course, further I'm sure you can continue whatever the answer it may be. I'm skipping this one and moving to the next one. Okay, now let's look at these two questions. These two questions seems to be the same way, but one question you are getting the correct answer and the other question you are not getting the correct answer. Let's see why. What's the difference between these two? Both seems to be the same way. So let me label these. Maybe like this is A, this is B, this is C, and this one is D, and here is A. This one is AB is the flagpole height and point C, and next one is E, D, F. So when you solve these two questions, these two are slightly different. In what way they are different means here, you see that you have been given two triangles. So if I were you, I take this way, that is vertical line over vertical line. Therefore, that is AB over DE equals to horizontal line over horizontal line. You know, these two are separate triangles. Therefore, BC over DF. Now plug in the values. AB is X over DE is 6 feet, and next BC is 15 feet over 4.5, and we go for cross multiplication. And if you want, you can compute on your own. Let me grab my calculator. 15 times 6, that gives me 90 over 4.5 over 4.5. I guess it's 20 feet. I'm not using calculator. Yeah, it is 4.5 times 2, that gives me 20 feet. But when it comes to the first question, this is the tricky part. If I'm taking the vertical line, which is AB over the vertical line of the small triangle, which is ED or DE, equals to the horizontal line. Here majority of the students are tend to make a mistake. They take BD, which is not right, because you have to take the whole length of this horizontal line. But most of you are taking only a part of the horizontal line. I see that only a part is taken, which is BD, which is not right. So you have to take here BC over the horizontal line of the small triangle, which is CD. Now just plug in the values. AB is not known. DE is 5 feet. BC, that is 35 plus 10 over CD equals to 10 feet. Again I'm repeating. Majority of the students tend to take only a part of the horizontal line of the large triangle, which is not correct. Okay. Here onwards, you know what to do. We go for cross multiplication. Then that is 10x. 5 times 35 plus 10, that gives me 45, division by 10. So x value equals to 22.5 feet. So if the triangles are given separately, that's no issue. But if they're given together, then you'll have hard time. You have to be careful. Here you see that I see that two triangles in each figure, but those are given together, then it's hard to do the calculations. You can see that here in the second case, there are two separate triangles, so it's easy to compute. Whereas in case one, there are two triangles in one figure. That is little